Aloha. Gosh, can I turn this phone around? Let me try this here. I gotta show you guys my view right now. It's exquisite. All right, I'll do it this way. Old school way. Check this out, you guys. Breathe that in with me right here for a moment because that is just divine. So epic. So I'm just kicking back. My daughter is in a tennis lesson. And so I'm just sitting here with this immensely gorgeous view and just sitting here steeping in the vibration of gratitude. When I look at this view, it reminds me of the big leap that I took to move from Michigan many moons ago now to Kauai, and I truly followed my heart here. Many people ask me, how is it that you ended up, in Kauai of all places when I grew up mostly in Michigan, right? That's quite the distance. And one of my answers is, well, I think it was Michigan that, evoked the move to Kauai. It was the chiseling, the ice off the car, it was the snow, it was the cold. But really, even beyond that, ever since I was a little kid, I dreamt of Hawaii, and I had no reference point. My parents did not. We didn't travel west from Michigan. My parents didn't ever talk about Hawaii. I didn't know anybody that had gone there. But something from within me, however it was sparked, I don't know. I just remember being in love with Hawaii. And the vision for me was palm trees and white sandy beaches. And the feeling of this like heaven on earth. And one day I was going to be on this heaven on earth and, go to Hawaii. And look at this. When I look at this view and I sit here, I just have immense gratitude for this place, this sacred island, this land, these mountains, these trees, the aina here, the mana here, the land, the life force. And also beyond that, I have immense gratitude for the courageousness within me that dares and dares to follow the calling of my own heart, right? Because sometimes that can be a courageous leap. And when I did leave Michigan, God, maybe it was like 2004 or something, and moved to Kauai, I left my family. I left all of my friends. At that time, I was teaching in a few different phenomenal yoga communities. And I had just packed it up. And it took me a while. There were many summers I'd come travel out here and go home crying, and I would hear myself say, I wish I lived Kauai, I wish I lived Kauai, I wish I lived Kauai. And I just let that record play for years, you guys, years, until finally I got tired of hearing myself whine and complain about not having or living the life that I dreamt to be living. And I said, that's enough. I remember it clearly. I was at a yoga teacher training in Arizona, living in Michigan at the time. It was October. And I was just like, enough. I'm moving. I'm moving in June. June is the date. So I picked the date, and that date helped to really solidify and make it real for me, right? What does it say? If you can think about it, it's possible. If you can visualize it, it can something, and then if you schedule it, then it becomes real, right? So June had come, and I literally come over with my 2 bags. I didn't have a job. I didn't have clients over here. I did not have a house. I did not have a vehicle. I didn't have anything except I had my 2 bags, and I had a great big calling in my heart that I was following. And so much magic unwound for me in that great big leap. Things that there's no way I could have orchestrated or planned out some of the happening events that immediately followed me arriving here. I couldn't have planned it. It was like when we allow ourselves to be led by our heart and we take a big leap, even when it is so scary, even when we don't know exactly how it's all going to fall into place, this is where we really allow ourselves to open up to be supported by the universe in ways that we couldn't even have imagined. So that's what this moment is about for me, just sitting here right now and taking this in and just really being appreciative for that guidance, our inner voice, our inner wisdom. And what does that inner voice and wisdom feel like? It feels like it's like when the invitation to something expands your heart and makes you like get excited, you know. And typically if something excites us like that, the next thing that'll happen is our brain will come in and be like, oh, but you can't have that because, right? And the ego mind that only wants to keep us safe will go ahead and pull something from the past in. You're like, it's never worked out for you before, or blah 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 blah. Right? And then that's where we can get caught in this hamster wheel of really living a life that we are not destined for, a life that does not light us up. And again, it does take courage. It takes a courageous heart to just keep stepping, to walk in faith and not by sight, to walk in faith but not by sight. And to hear that message right now, and then to see this, you guys, this is what sight I am looking at, because I have walked by faith. I'm telling you, it's nothing that I could ever have put together all on my own. And so just a sweet reminder today that you are led, you are guided, your inner guidance does know the way, and it is safe to walk by faith and not by sight. In fact, I think we're actually instructed by Jesus to do so, right? And so how is it that you could put that invitation into practice today? What would that mean for you to really follow your yes and allow your heart to lead the way, and to let the ego mind just take a little nap, to just, kind of go into the far background and allow your heart to lead the way? What would that mean for you? I would love to hear. Leave me a comment below and let me know what it is that lights you up. Let me know what intuition and guidance is speaking into your heart. And let me know if you are going to be brave and courageous enough to say yes. So whatever is current for you in this, or maybe you have an experience like me where it's like, dude, I took a big leap of faith. I didn't know exactly how it was all going to turn out, but oh my gosh, it turned out exquisite. Share that as well, because that's magic and inspiration that I love to be a part of. Sending you guys the aloha vibes one more time. Oh, this view, these palm trees, exquisite. Aloha.